Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video we are going to be talking about One UI 8.5 official update for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. It is finally here. You can see it is running on my Samsung S25 Ultra right now, and in this video let's go over every new single feature one by one in detail. And of course the very first thing that is new is this screen right here. So if you go to the settings and if you go to software update, this is the brand new software update screen that looks different than the One UI 8.0. And you can see if you tap on check for updates, you have a nice animation and it's going to say software is up to date. So that's a nice new look. If you want to get information about the installed software or the last update information, you can tap the corner button right over there. So brand new software update display. Alright, so one of the biggest new features is going to be the brand new AirDrop compatibility. That means you can send files using AirDrop to Apple devices like the iPhone. So go to the settings and go to connected devices and tap on quick share, and you'll see at the bottom here we have the option that says share with Apple devices. You basically go in here and you enable this and you are going to be good to go. You can now send and receive from Apple devices. Alright, so here's an iPhone. I'm going to show you guys exactly how it works. So let me go to my gallery really quickly, select an image, tap on share, and go over to quick share right here. And you're going to notice the iPhone is going to show up at the bottom right over here. Now on the top we have a line separation. Samsung devices show up on the top. Apple devices show up at the bottom. You can see you have the Mac and the iPhone. And if I tap on the iPhone, look at what happens. It's going to get the request. You tap on accept, and it happens instantly, just like it happens with other products. So that is absolutely fantastic. And I think people are going to love this feature. There is a new feature under device care. So if I go to my settings and if I scroll down and if I go to device care, I want you guys to take a look at this. If I tap these buttons and go to settings, we have this brand new option that says block apps with excessive ads. So that is a new option where you are able to block applications that do show excessive ads. All you do is do intelligent blocking and you are going to be good to go. And if you want to remove an application from the excessive app blockage, you can go over here and they will be listed here, and you are going to be able to remove them if you want to really use them despite the excessive ads. Now another simple but very useful update comes to the weather application, the stock weather application. So if I launch that, alright, you can see it's right over here. Looks very much identical to the last one, but when you scroll down, you are going to have this very useful new option that shows you the allergies. So by default, it shows tree, grass, and ragweed. It says pollen and gives you the intensity with nice graphics. Fantastic. Another new feature that is amazing is the brand new storage share feature in the My Files application. Let me show you what that is. So if I go to my My Files application, and if I scroll down, you are going to see this brand new storage share option. So when I tap on this one, this phone is the S25 Ultra, but right over here I have a Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, and that is showing up right here as you can see. So what I can do is I can tap on it, okay, and that's going to bring a pop-up on this phone. I'm going to tap on allow, and now all the storage on the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is available on the S25 Ultra. So this is amazing. This is going to allow you to access storage on your other Samsung devices via the My Files application. So again, right over here, if you tap on it, you can access your Samsung Galaxy Tab, your Samsung Galaxy laptop, any other Samsung phone, whatever. And look at this. I can even see at the main screen here, if you look over here for the S26 Ultra, which is this phone right here, I can see the capacity of that phone and the used storage space. So this is another great feature that you can use. Alright, the next big change is going to be the control panel. We have more customization and flexibility in the control panel. We now are able to have these vertical sliders for the volume and for the brightness. And also, I can change the size of my individual toggles. So let's go over them one by one. I'm going to tap on edit. And the first thing you're going to notice is, let me just remove this guy right here. You can remove just like that. And any toggle that has a little white handle next to it. That means you can change the size of it. Okay, so look at this. I'm going to just grab the handle and make this smaller so you can have it just like that. Now for many toggles, the maximum size is going to be this. Okay, so you cannot go beyond that. So that's one new thing. And if you want to add a brand new control onto the screen, you tap on add a control and you grab what you want. Let's just grab this over here and put it right over here, and it gets dumped right there. Again, if it's resizable, you are going to be able to handle it using the handle. Now let's look at the volume slider. So I'm going to tap on edit one more time and look at what you can do. Again, you can grab the handle for these sliders and you can make them either horizontal or you can have them vertical. So you can create these nice looking designs, as you can see. So again, if I want to make this vertical, I just grab the handle and I go like this, and now I have a vertical design. You can see that's the maximum size available. This was the default size. So again, if I want to resize it, get the handle and just make it smaller, and you can grab this guy and move everything upwards. Look at how it gets pushed upwards, so you can make this nice looking designs based on your needs. More flexibility and more customization in the control panel. Fantastic. Alright, so we also have the brand new powerful audio eraser feature. If I go to Galaxy AI and if I scroll down, you can see the audio eraser that you are able to activate when you're listening to something. So let me actually demonstrate how that works. I'm going to go to YouTube and launch a video. So let's say I'm playing a video and there's a lot of background noise and I cannot hear what the person is saying. So if I'm playing the video, I can pull down the control center and you're going to see this audio eraser that appears only if something is playing in the background. So then I can tap on this one and I'm able to activate this, and this is going to allow me to reduce unwanted background noise inside the audio. That means I can actually hear what the person is saying and reduce the background noise. And I can decrease or increase the intensity right from here. I can tap on done. Now when I go back to video, it is just going to make sure that I hear the actual voice as clear as possible. So fantastic new option, the audio eraser option, now in the Galaxy AI menu. Now when it comes to wallpaper, there's a really nice new option. So when I pinch the screen and tap on the wallpaper and style, let's just go to my lock screen. I'm going to pick a wallpaper that I just downloaded from the internet. I'm going to go to my gallery and go to my recents. So here's a photo of a lion. I'm going to pick this one right here, and I want you guys to notice what happens as soon as I tap on done. So I'm going to tap on done. The lion's going to shift down automatically, and I'm going to get the shifting clock automatically by default. So the phone does that for you automatically, and then you can make adjustments if you want. You can change the size, you can move the line around, whatever you want to do, but by default, it will pull down the animal or person downwards, bring the clock to the forefront, and give you a nice blur effect to the top. Let's try that with one more image. So let's do this one right here. I'm going to select the lion, tap on done. Look at this. It's going to go down. I'm going to get that shifting clock. It just tries to give you a nice effect by default that you can modify if you want. Now here's a slightly different example, but it's going to do the same exact thing. Look at that in a second. Boom. Okay. It knows it's a person or an animal and it gives it to you automatically. We also have some new design elements throughout the phone. So as an example, if I go to my app drawer, you can see we have a search bar at the bottom. The same search bar shows in the settings right over here. You can see we have the search bar. And if I go into certain stock applications like the clock application, again, you'll see the bar at the bottom that allows you to choose between different options. So that looks nice. And also, if I go to my settings, there is a subtle change to the device care. So as I scroll down, you can see device care. We have this little rectangle here that is separated nicely with a nice drop shadow effect and some translucency in the background. If I go to my storage, we have the same option. Again, you have this square here with a nice drop shadow effect, so it is nicely separated from the background. And also, look at this. I can access Google Drive and my internal storage. Any storage sources I add, you can now access it right from here. So that's fantastic. Now, one more great thing is if you pinch the screen and if you go to wallpaper and style, and if you go into your wallpaper, certain wallpapers automatically become eligible for weather effects. So if your wallpaper is eligible, you can swipe over at the bottom and you'll see the weather option right here. And when you tap on this guy, it is going to add real-time weather effects to your wallpaper. So if it's snowing outside, you'll see snow. If it's raining, you're going to see rain. If it's foggy, you're going to see a beautiful fog animation, but you can enable that right from here. Now, this is not going to show up for every single wallpaper, okay? Again, if the wallpaper becomes eligible, it's going to show up at the bottom. You'll be able to tap it and get that beautiful effect. Guys, if you go to the clock application, okay, let's go to the clock application, and if you go into the alarms, and let's say you set an alarm. Let's just use this one right here and go inside. When I go down and tap on the alarm background, I am now able to tap on the background and select weather alarm background. So when I tap on this guy, when the alarm rings, I'm going to see this background, but if it's raining outside, if it's snowing outside, if it's windy, foggy, whatever, it is going to show up on the actual alert screen. It's going to give you live weather information. So as an example, if you set an alarm that was designed to wake you up, as soon as you see the screen, you'll be able to quickly determine how the weather is outside as you are waking up. That is very useful information. And again, you can go to the backgrounds and select the live weather option. So when your alarm rings, you get this alarm background. Fantastic. Now we also have this brand new AI assistant in our phone application. So if I launch the application, if I tap on the settings over here, go into the settings, you can see right here we have the brand new call screening option. This is basically your AI voice assistant that can take calls for you and answer calls. You can basically watch what's happening. So basically let a call assistant answer calls and ask the caller who they are and why they're calling. It's a great way to get rid of spam calls without having to answer and deal with it. You'll see what the caller says and the AI say on the screen even if you don't answer the call. And if you want to pick it up, if it's an actual legit call, you can take the call. If it's not, let the AI assistant close the call on your behalf. So fantastic new AI feature. In the gallery, when you pull up a photo and you tap on the AI option, you are able to start using AI generation tools. Now the new thing is, if I tap on create, let me just add something right here. I just said add an airplane in the sky. I'm going to tap on generate. Let's see what happens. I'm going to show you guys what is the new feature. Basically, you are able to continuously use the AI to just modify your image further and further. So here's a plane, and you can see I can save a copy or I can keep editing, okay? So I can tap over here, and I can actually add more stuff. So I just add a UFO into the sky. I'm going to tap on generate, and I can keep editing until I'm fully satisfied with the final results. And you can see it's pretty fast. Should take a couple seconds here. And there we go, okay? Again, I can keep editing or I can do a save copy, but you have this brand new continuous AI editing in the gallery. We also have some other S26 features that are trickling down. So if I go into my apps and if I search creative, you can see we're going to get this brand new Creative Studio. It is redesigned, and now you have the ability to create stickers, invitations, greeting cards, profile cards, and wallpapers. And you can see on the top we have the presets. As an example, if I tap on this one, basically what you do is you describe what you want the AI to generate. You select your style, okay? You add a photo if you want, and you tap on generate, and it's going to give you exactly what you have described based on the inputs you have provided. So there we have it. So you can create beautiful things like this using your own photos, okay? Now I do want to show you the same process applies to the design studio elements. So as an example, wallpaper, I can describe over here. I just typed in a supercar in red color on the beach, and again I can then go and select a style. Let's just say watercolor. I can add photos from the gallery if I want to. Let's tap over here and go over here and just add this car over here. And then I tap on generate, and we are going to get something very customized for the exact inputs that we provided. There we go. So it looks like it knew what car it was, so it gave me exactly what I asked for. So you can do that. You can then save it, share it, whatever you want to do. But same situation applies to the full Design Studio elements. Fantastic. We have some changes to the clock application. So let's look at the clock application. I'm going to show you guys some new features. So the first thing is, at the bottom, if I go to my stopwatch, you can see we have a brand new design. So if I start the stopwatch, it's going to look like this. It looks like a real stopwatch. But if you like the old version, you can swipe over and get that as well. Now, if I'm on this new screen, if I do laps, they are going to look just like this. Compare that to what we had before, almost the same, but I love this brand new actual stopwatch display. So that's number one. Let's reset that. If I go to my timer, it also is going to look slightly different. Information is now jammed inside in a more clear fashion, but not a drastic overall change, but it is going to be different. So you can check that out as well. Now, my favorite one is right here. If I go to World Clock, I have this button right here. So I have two world clocks, London and New York. So if I tap on this guy, you can see, shows me local time, London and New York. Now, if I was over here and I was wondering what the time would be here, if this was 2:49, I have a dial at the bottom. So look at this area as I move the dial. So if I add a 1 hour, 2:49, you can see these numbers change as well. So I can do different calculations if I'm traveling, if I want to know what time it is, maybe where my parents live or whatever, okay? You can go backwards in time, but you have this dial at the bottom that does allow you to do that, and you can add as many world clocks as you want and get live information. Let's do China real quick. Okay, so I'm going to say China, and then I'm going to do Russia also. That's right over here. Again, I'm going to tap on add. Now I have 5 clocks, and look at that. And I want you guys to see the location. So this one is sitting this way, and this one is sitting that way. So that means they are ahead in time. If somebody's ahead in time, they're going to be on this side, on the right side. If you're back in time, you're going to be on this side. And you can even see white means it is sunny. That means it's the morning time, and dark means it is darker. So that's just great. So these are some new additions to the clock application. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. We have covered just about every new feature and the nuances of the One UI 8.5 for the S25. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Drop them down below. Guys, have a fantastic day.